Yo, yo, how's it going, James? As I'm Duo Top, I am here in the tombs. Grief that one a bit. You're doing good, then. I didn't spend so much time on that that wave. I think I could have made this like a 137 or something. How the hell did I click Eagle Eye? Jesus, 40, 40, 40s. Oh my god. I'm giving Baba the rinse. Yo, any invo tips for first 500? It's really up to you, to be honest. I know it sounds weird when I say it like that, but if you're willing to do double trouble keepback, it's a very, very easy 500. But if you're not what the fuck is that, Baba? What the? We cooked them, bro. Anyway, if you're learning to learn double trouble keepback, you have a very free 500. It's awkward. I don't know why I thought it would work like that. Let's do some L movements. Anyway, but if you're not, then I probably recommend like a Pathfinder 500. A lot of people run run Pathfinder. I would do my best to avoid overly draining if possible. But if you're doing the double trouble keepback version, then overly draining is fine. Completely up to you though. Yeah, I didn't mind keepback either. I don't know, a lot of people, for some reason, like, their brain just can't comprehend keepback. So they keep it off. The spoon and imbued heart. Hey, congrats, dude. That's a lot of money. I can't believe I griefed the Kephri puzzle. Wait, this is a 485. No wonder it was fast. I'm out of here. Peace. I just realized this isn't a 545. No wonder I rinsed that Baba. This raid doesn't deserve my respect. Out of here. Going back. Double trouble's gotten me need more practice. Are you having trouble getting to the middle, or is it just like pathing afterwards once you're in the middle? And if you're having trouble getting to the middle, my tip is you want to click the closest butterfly tile, like the tiles that you attack on, and as soon as your character gets there, you click the symbol closest to it. That's like the easiest way to do it. If you're having trouble pathing, it's gonna take some practice to know the pathing really well. Couldn't do it before that tip, dude. That tip is GOAT, bro. It's like simple, but it works. Okay, why does that happen? That's so annoying. It just doesn't like register me picking up the hammer sometimes. Something in the noodle code is making it not work. That's such a toxic venom pattern, actually. Wait, what? Oh my god, this red X angle is crazy. Alright, 2 minutes. That is beneath my professional standards of continuing the raid. I can easily make time. I will not stand for a 2-minute monkey room. Yeah, if you're doing your 500, keep back double trouble, overly draining is fine. That combo lets you take a 40 timer and then have no plus pass other than walk the path. And it's pretty chill from there because you can't get level 4 Zebak. Get back here, foul trickster demon. What tip are you referring to? Double trouble, actually. He said he was having trouble getting to the middle. So I was saying you can click the butterfly tactile closest to the quadrant. And then always click the symbol there, and it'll always path you in a way that you can get to middle safely. Jesus, that baboon is wrecking my shit over there. Bruh, the last HP. That's all 545s, yeah. Double Trouble is not bad. I can show you when I get to Akkha what I mean. By default, I just use the quadrant I'm in, so it's very easy to stay in rhythm and not really have to think about it too much. I misclicked. Did not mean to click too far like that. I don't think I like the song too much. I'll remove it. You say use the quadrant, you mean the staircase? No. I meant for that tip of how to get to the middle. Use the tactile in the quadrant you're currently in. Because that tip works for the other quadrants as well. But you can just use the one in the quadrant that you're currently in. Yeah, that DPS was good and then it was bad. Ah, I misclicked. I'll get ranged there. Oh, humble, kind of. What's your indicator to stop swarming? That is a good question. You could use it if you're using the Tombs of a Masket plugin. It's after Swarm 14, but I just kind of know. I think it's like the 4th swarm after the second. I kill like roughly 4 more swarms after I see the second set of 3 comes out. Because you don't need to actually kill the set of 3. So I kind of do like 4 after I see that come out. But if you want to know the exact number, it's swarm number 14. I don't actually count though. Unfortunately, a lot of this is, I've done this so much that I just know at that point. Every spawn swarm type? No. Well, it has to be very specific. You need to, for my specific raid, is number 14 is after if you have more overlords on and it's a level 2+. If you're doing any other raid, I don't know what it is for medic, but if you're doing like a more standard no overlords swarming kind of thing, or overlords and just level 1, I believe it's swarm 18 is the last one. Pretty sure it's swarm number 18. Oddly enough, yes, Pathfinder and overlords both change the amount of swarms if you have both on. Why did Jagex do that? Even though it's not listed in the description, who the fuck knows? Probably procs there. Can you explain the step back? When you proc, you move 1 back, and depending where you are, you'll have to manually path somewhere. If you proc it and you end up... Hold on. If you manually proc it and you're on this north side, you want to move 1 back and then manually path your butterfly using these tiles here. This works with any quadrant, by the way. If you proc it on the south side like I did there, you want to step 1 back, but instead of manually pathing to this tile, you want to go into the other quadrant. You want to path into the other quadrant. And that'll, both ways will get you the step back. Step back hit. If you're doing the south one, where you have to path into the other quadrant, you also need to wait a tick after your shadow attack. That's still pretty good because you lose 1 tick versus losing 5 ticks. And the other way, you actually don't lose any ticks at all. Which is just RNG, you know, sometimes you'll proc on one side, sometimes you'll proc on the other side. So you see how I use that tile and then I path into it? That's exactly what I mean of how to use the attack tile. Oops, lost a hit here. Should get my bang ready just in case. Since you lose a core max hit at 124, is there a way where your setup doesn't 3 down the core? No, I'm always 125 strength when I hit the core. And I messed up that transition a little bit. Thank you very much, Cinema Shots. Because the way it works is that I resalt always at Obelisk. Depending how slow my Akkha and Zebak are, I might resalt at Zebak. But I'm okay with Mage going down levels. I'm not okay with Strength going down levels. Because Strength is between Akkha and the end of Wardens, it works out pretty well. There's never a point where you're actually like not 124 Strength, other than if you forget or something. So like you can click the attack tile like this, and then always click the quadrant symbol, and it always worked out. And this works from the back one too. So you can always click the back one and then just click the symbol and it'll work every time. I need to force myself no matter what to always adrenaline at Akkha. Even though I don't need it most of the time, I need to force myself most importantly to do it because I need this adrenaline Seercull. In case I make an upset stomach mistake. Tiny Seercull. Rigor does not benefit from using... Seercull does not benefit from using Rigor. No, it doesn't. I just do it out of habit. Seercull worth it for 500s? If you're maging it, yeah. But if you want to range Zebak, there's a pretty similar setup that works pretty well. My setup has 1 prayer regen and 6 restores. You can also do a 5 restore setup that doesn't use Seercull. Very, very good as well. Depends how fast you go, though. If you're doing range Zebak, you want to make sure you're never at you never fall below 125 range, because if you fall below 125 range, your max becomes 79, and this is worse than mage at that point. If you get slow Akkas, then sometimes you'll just get screwed over by that fact, which is why I like mage. Plus you can go power life doing this strat. The other strat, you're probably going to be locked to power more often. And then there's the crackhead move, which is you take like 1 regen and 3 pots, and you take an 8-way range including a Venator ring. That one is 83 max hit at 125. And then if you drop to 124, it goes to 81, which is still better. But that one has like no restores to work with. This is definitely the most chill to performance ratio. Why don't people run it with Bone Dagger? What do you mean? I'm confused. I do recommend 8-way range if you're doing teams though, because like you'll have a lot more... You don't use as many supplies typically, so it's a lot easier to go. You know, like a better setup. But Bone Dagger just like Seercull is kind of inconsistent to always hit that 20. So that might be a factor into it. But if you are bringing a BGS, range is usually better, because you can do like, you know, BGS for 20 a lot more often. The problem with bringing BGS mostly is when you have overly draining on, it's not that good. In fact, it's kind of trash at Baba. BGS seems inconsistent. BGS for Zebak is not too inconsistent, because you're adrenalined when you go for it, so you get 2 shots. BGS is inconsistent for Baba specifically. That's the problem. Like, Zebak's BGS is fine, you know. It's when you go to Baba and you hit BGS and move out a Bone Dagger, it's so bad in overly draining raids. That's how niche this raid gets. It's like one boss that screws over the other. I think there's just... I don't need to pray against this one. I'm gonna tank one of them on the Blood Barrage, I think. Never mind. This one I'll tank. I want him to heal. That's why Bone Dagger would be better in this case. I mean, for Zebak, his defense isn't as strong as Baba's, so it's okay. Plus, you'll have 2 of them, remember? You'll have 2 of them for Zebak. You only have 1 for Baba. If you can get 2 BGSs, BGS is better. Why do you drop the Ambrosia? I have dehydration on, so I can't drink it. It's not some massive ego, me dropping Ambro, don't worry. I do have a massive ego, don't get me wrong. But I wouldn't drop the Ambrosia just because of that. Yo, if I could drink Ambrosia for prayer, I would actually bring the 8-way range. It'd be so chill. Can you maybe showcase the 8-way range? No. I know what's gonna look like, and I don't want to do it. It's gonna be me flicking my brains out at Baba, at Kephri. Ow. It's gonna be me flicking my brains out at Baba and Kephri for a 10-second time save. I'm not doing that. You're out of your fucking mind. I'm at 6 shadows, by the way. There's not really anything to showcase about the setup, to be honest. It's just you range Zebak instead of maging him. That's kind of it, really. There's nothing special about it, different mechanically or anything. New Vis shattered my pride, but it was really educational. No problem, man. I saw a lot of people. It seemed like a lot of people's feelings were hurt by me telling them that they can do a 400 robot. You know, Fang and Bofa. Not swapping the dragon arrows for Tbow. No, surprisingly, you don't really notice much of a difference for P2. I'd rather have the blessing. I like the blessing. You could though, if you want to. Doesn't make much of a difference. I was kind of skeptical about the dragon arrows to Amethyst downgrade too for P2, but P2 has so much capped damage it actually didn't make much of a difference. After trying it out, of course. I used to take dragon arrows, of course, before the Seercull stuff, like back when I used the Curse Scepter. And honestly, P2 feels like the same. There doesn't seem to be any noticeable DPS difference. Is Mace the next step to learn to not use DDS? Or is Rapier the same? Mace and Rapier are the same thing. There's no step to learn though. It's not really a step. It has nothing to do with the exactly like the gear. It's more of getting to a point where overly draining is worth it for you. Does that make sense? Like, obviously you'll need Mace to do it, right? But there's nothing special about it. You just take overly draining and you take it. That's it. if you can't 3 down, like your strength is not high enough, or you don't have Rapier or whatever, you could always do a 525, which has DDS in it. That one's good too. At 425, I wouldn't think about that stuff for now. Just keep taking DDS. It'll be a hot minute before it's worth it to not take DDS. It's worth jumping to... No. Overly draining is not something you take until 500 plus, ideally. If you're... Yeah, pretty much there's like... There is a configuration at 500 where it's like okay. But arguably the 525 is just better. The 525 with no overly draining is just a better invo to run. You thought your next invo was overly draining? Well, you said you're avoiding Boulder Dash, so that's definitely the next one to do. If you have a shadow after whatever you're taking, you're probably looking into Dehydro raids if you haven't taken that already. And then after that, it's going to be Double Trouble Keepback, are typically the ones you want to go for if you own a shadow. And then after Double Trouble Keepback, I mean, at that point, you're pretty much in 500 with overly draining. You're at 485. Keepback doesn't seem reclined. Oh, it's reclined in the way that if you don't mess up and Akkha doesn't switch, you don't have to deal with it at all. It's not bad though. Keepback is fine. To me, Keepback is reclined. It just takes practice. If you've ever done Nightmare and flinched to Nightmare, it's like the same thing. Except you only have to deal with it specifically when he's doing like the ranged and mage stuff. With Double Trouble, it's fine. Because when you're doing Keepback and solos with Double Trouble, every single time he does a special and marks you with orbs, he teleports anyway. So you never have to deal with Keepback at the same time. That's why Double Trouble and Keepback is like ideal to learn together. I just realized I might run out of time because I had a really slow Akkha. I probably should have killed some skulls. By the way, Alex, 116 purples and no shadows, kind of sad, man. I got an unlucky Zebak, lucky Akkha. Be like that. I should have killed some skulls, but I was too busy looking at chat, I guess. I might be able to get it, but I think it's pretty unlucky. Pretty unlikely. I should have paid more attention and killed some skulls. Got bailed out by my shadow. What would you change if someone had the setup you use plus Bofa? You just do this. It's the exact same raid. There's nothing you would really change, to be honest. You just take the Bofa instead of the crossbow. Is there a Baba method with a 4-tick weapon? You mean like Red X method? You could just Red X him. There is one, but I haven't made it up yet. You just basically don't reset the cycle. It's probably like a 4-to-1 or something. There definitely is like a 4-to-1 method with Bofa if you want to try like Bofa Baba. But I'll be honest, the population people who need to know that, also the population who probably don't care about learning that stuff. So it's kind of like, it's a weird thing. Yeah, it's like definitely good to know if you're in that demographic who need to Bofa Baba and want to like not use 6-tick Red X, because you know obviously that's minus 50% deeps, but a lot of people usually have Fang by then. And it sucks because that's like something kind of niche to learn, but it is like super helpful when you're at that part. I'm guessing you just do the 5-to-1 method and you don't stall Baba a tick, is my guess. In P1 and P2, normally you stall her. My guess is you just don't. So you'll do 2 Bofa hits into a step under, and then you'll probably do 2 more hits instead of 3 more hits. Yeah, you could just tank Baba. I mean, that's fine too. I mean, you only need to tank her for a third of the fight if you think about it, right? Why do you do PKAZ instead of ZKAB? Because ZKAB is bad. But if you want to know the actual reason instead of me just saying it's bad, basically, look, I'm at 118 combat. I'm meleeing Baba, right? If I do ZKAB, I'm going to be fighting at 112s, which is 13 less than Salt. The difference between salted Zebak is huge, but the difference between salted Baba is not that big. You shouldn't be doing more than 350 without a Fang. I just made a video, Velzen, that you should be doing at least 400 without a Fang still. Is it on the easier side? No, but you save yourself like double the raids, if not triple the raids. Yeah, I made a Fangless video today. A Fangless 400 video today. It's still very viable. Actually, it wasn't as hard as I thought. You just AFK Baba. You don't even 6-tick Red X her to death. You just need to deal with it. You might 6-tick her in the beginning, but you just AFK it later. Like, it takes literally no skill to take out your crossbow right now, right here, and to shoot her. You just do the same thing with Bofa. You just whip out the Bofa and start shooting her. Full dash doable with Bofa. See, the thing is, it's doable, but why would you not have a blowpipe? Because you need the blowpipe for Kephri anyway, right? You gotta be swarming Kephri in those kind of raids. If you don't have a Fang, Kephri's gonna be one of your slowest runes, and swarming it is going to make it like a 7-minute adventure instead of a 4 to 5 minute adventure that it should be. Doesn't level 4 Zebak make Wardens harder too? Not really. I thought it would. You still have 8 years to pray. It's fine. At 425, you should be bringing a blowpipe. I'll be honest, at like 300, you should have a blowpipe. You should be swarming by then, yeah. Because the thing is, if you don't have overlords on, you should be swarming, is the way you should think about it. And when do overlords go on? Probably roughly around like 420, yeah. But even for Monkey Room, like alone, it's so worth it. It's worth it alone for Monkey Room. But yeah, level 4 Zebak's fine. If you're scared of level 4 Warden and you're not scared of Insanity, it kind of makes no sense. In the sense that, like, both of them are, like, kind of hard, maybe hard if you're nervous about it, but they're 0 time things to worry about. Like, are you afraid of Insanity anymore? The answer is probably no, if you're talking about 500s. So why would you be afraid of level 4 Zebak? Level 4 the jump from level 3 to level 4 Zebak is like less than a fourth of the difficulty of learning Insanity. Like, just do it. Like, hell, you already did Insanity, might as well do level 4 Zebak. Difficulty is only like a fourth of the learning process compared to learning Insanity. Yeah, level 3 Zebak on Warden actually is kind of feels really slow once you get used to level 4. But I think both a no Fang 400s is very free. It's kind of annoying when you're doing Ruby Bolt Baba, and then you get lucky and do too much damage and die because you get sent down into the boulders. And you know, to see how I use Blowpipe. It's a bit different for my raid, but yeah, you can see a little bit. Movement pattern attack, yeah, it feels off doing a slower Zebak. Like, if normally you have to do like 1 Baba Boulder, 1 Prayer, and then move and hit or something like that. And I think with level 3, you end up having to kind of like do this weird like 1.5 Baba to like a Zebak hit or something. I know what you mean exactly. So use chins for the farther ones. There you go. Perfect swarm. And look at what Kephri's HP is. -3. Why did I pray melee on the exact tick she was going to range me? Who knows? Don't bite me. ISP making you pay fat dev fees. Dude, I got trolled like 3 days ago by my ISP. It is what it is. Noodle hits on the melee. Yeah, also P1. But this phase is looking pretty good though, so far. Never mind. It's doomed. Oh, not doomed. Path Invo rocking, worth rocking. Path, like the Pathfinder stuff, not really until you get to like above 4, I would say 60, 470. I wouldn't really touch like the Path Seeker. I would never touch Path Seeker or a Path Master for money raids / drop rate raids. You can use them for like a one-time 500 or obviously like transmogs, but that's something else. So I would say Pathfinder, I wouldn't consider until you're going into 485s with it on. So like 445s plus. You ever get bored of ToA? Not really, because I usually stream it or make videos out of it. I would get bored if I was just sitting here grinding it 24/7 and I wasn't improving. I enjoy it because I make content out of it, if that makes sense. Sounds good, yeah. You're chill, you're good. Even then, debatably, the 445 into 485 is like... It's kind of rough if you don't have good gear. Like a Void Waker and stuff, at least. Like if you're a Bofa dude, I'd probably just stick with 445s, which are so much easier to make time with less effort than 485s. But if you have a Tbow, like you might as well do 485s, because you're probably getting like 29, 30 minute raids if you do a 445. You still think it's worth to grind and learn Coliseum? Oh hell yeah. Coliseum is insane to learn. Like, oh, like that should be like... If I were to make a new account right now with my current skills, Coliseum would be the first place I hit up. One, I want the quiver because I want that fat... Think of it as a free Masori piece you're getting technically for free. Like, you're not... Theoretically. You're getting a Masori piece added to your account for free. Number two, you can make hella money. Consistent money. With, like, no budget required on your gear. That'd be, like, the first place to hit. Because you just go in there with, like, Bandos and a Fang. Even, like, a Torso and a Fang if you get really experienced. And you make, like, 15 mil an hour. How much are splinters these days? I can't check the GA right now because I'm at Akkha. That's a lie. I can so do it. I just need to be a believer. Hold on. No, that's a loot tab. Okay, prep that ready. Yeah, I can't type in it. Okay, hold on. I gotta believe, I gotta believe. Okay, one letter at a time. Okay. Fuck. Sorry, watch. Excuse my language. Turn this on in advance. No, now I have to hit shadows, dude. Alright, whatever. Oh, wait. Sunfire Splinters, 579. Yo, that's bank right there. Hold up. Oh, I messed up this transition a bit. Yeah. Why are we not doing Coliseum? Hold up. It's like 15 mil an hour right there. That might be like 16, 17 mil an hour. If you're not using Blood Fury. Some of the stacks are nuts to flick. You get used to it very quick, actually. They don't seem that difficult once you actually try it. There are some of the weirder ones, for sure. But, of course, the the melee setup makes it very simple if you want to run some pillars every now and again. Bodhi plugins? You mean no plugins? Nah, he's built different. I can't do this with no tile markers. I already have like a lower amount of tile markers compared to most people. I don't think I can do no tile markers. The thing is, I've thought about it and I was like, which tile markers do I have memorized and which do I not? I think I have this memorized pretty well and this memorized pretty well. But I don't think I have the outer ones memorized that well. Like the ones at the very edge of the arena, I don't think I can memorize these that well. Technically they're by these lines, but... Are these supposed to be like hieroglyphic language, desert language for like the clock faces? Whatever Het uses. Runic language? I don't... Does RuneScape all use the same language? I don't think it does. Surely the people of the desert have their own language. Is it Roman numerals? Doesn't look like Roman numerals. V-I-V, it is. Never mind. That's a dumbass clock. I'm gonna say it right now. See, if that was Roman numerals, what the hell is that? That's like 5. Oh my god. I was like, what is this? Because I was like, this can't be Roman numerals. I saw the IV. That's a V. V-I-V. That's not an X, right? Why would they use V-I-V? Bizarre has his own language. They can't be Roman numerals. No way. I think it's just literally nothing. Like if you add it up, that's 11. VIV. And that's 9 actually. Never mind. I was thinking VVI. It's VIV, isn't it? Bruh. It's but design. Maybe it's it. Oh, I'm so in for the long range placebo. Look at that, 25. Man, I wish this crazy at the game. Look. Crazy. You just gotta find it. Everyone has a little bit inside. Do not let your dreams be memes. If you want to be an absolute psycho demon, you can be. There's also a no flake raid, so eventually I'm sure that if people watch this enough and try it, most importantly have the confidence, they can do it. I get too scared and run south with Bulwark. It'd be like that sometimes, you know? Running south of Bulwark is fine. Just don't run south every time. Just only on the hard ones. And then slowly, they will not become hard ones and you will not need to run south for them. Don't bite me. I double click mage. That's how you should see the bulwark. You run south, and then you, after you kill the solve or die to it, you think to yourself, you know, how should I have solved that without running like a little bit? And then you slowly add that solve into your repertoire, as they call it. And then you don't need to run south for it again next time. Does he bite corners? I think he does, yeah. Dude, if you don't practice double trouble, you're gonna be hard stuck in 500s forever. Oh, does he not bite the corner? I thought he bit corners. So you're telling me if I touch this, he won't bite me? Oh, yeah, I know you used to bait chomp. I just assumed when they fixed it, they made it so he bit and you got hit. TIL. Ranger mage first on Ranger mage for first Coliseum. I would say if you have a Tbow range, Tbow range is just strictly better. If you want a pack yak and you're okay with learning things closer, melee is nice. So Inferno or Coliseum first. I would say Coliseum's better. The quiver is directly helpful to learn Inferno with because you get more DPS. Plus, it's not so cringe to die Inferno. In Coliseum. It's extremely cringe to die in Inferno because then I'll see another 2 hours to get back to where you were or whatever it took. Coliseum, you die, minus 20 minutes of your life, whatever. Sometimes the game will tease you and give you like an Echo Crystal. Maybe even a Ralos, so you feel motivated to continue at least. Inferno's free? Inferno's not free. Unless you're talking about like difficulty. Like, there are supply costs that go into Inferno, Blood barrages cost money. I think Inferno's actually more expensive than Coliseum, because Coliseum you just melee most things. As in 500k? 500k is nothing. Plus, you can make a budget setup where you have like 25k defies, like my video. You can learn on a 25k defi. Dude, Blood barrages on Inferno cost more money than the whole defi itself. You don't want to know that fact. Like, if you're making it to wave 60 often, you're probably burning like around a mil every attempt. Let me live in my bubble. Absolutely not. You've awakened the statistic. You gotta deal with it. You've already awakened this statistic. You gotta learn. You gotta live with it now. But yeah, if you have Tbow, it's just gonna be straight up better than Shadow. For Coliseum. And if you want a pack yak, I would say go with melee setup. I am a huge melee only enjoyer of the Coliseum. How much does ToA supply cost for 500 with Shadow? That is a good question. I have never checked. I've never checked Shadow supply costs. I've been drowning in too much money to think about it. Tentacle whip or fang on slash? Neither. Fang on stab. Oh, if you're Melling Coliseum, a whip is better. Sorry, you're talking about Soul, right? For Soul specifically, you want to be using a whip, Noxious Halberd, Soul Reaper, your best slash weapon. Fang on slash is hot garbage, ever since they nerfed it. But if you're bringing a whip for Soul specifically, I do still recommend you bring a Fang for the waves. Fang is considerably better than whip for the waves for most mobs. Plus, it's a convenient 5-tick weapon, which makes it easy to flick with for like lazy flicks on Piety. Why do you stand here? Oh, it's hella chill. Look at this. You see this? People dodge this. I just stand here. This is great. Plus, guess what? My eyes are focused right here. I don't need to look at any of this down here. I'm chilling. It goes red. I click it. We're chilling. You know, like, I like it more than the middle. Now, next is Skull, so I'm going to heal up. Middle is better for windmill because you could skip like a whole windmill technically, but I just like not having to look at any of this for skulls. It's so nice. The only tiles I'm looking at for skulls right now are this underneath his foot and then under me and under my hat. Other than that, I'm chilling. I know where the skulls are going to fall. Just right here and here. This is all I need to be careful of. Very easy on the eyes for skulls. I like it. Firmly grasp it. Okay, I'm seeing it. Yeah, it's chill. My tile now. I like this tile more. I mean, you could use the middle one. It's fine. I didn't like the middle one because like the skull could be like hiding by the obelisk. It was just kind of cringe. Use a gray tile. Respectable. If you drag Warden too close to you for some reason, you could also use the tile bottom right of it. I don't think it's southeast, but... Great tile two away from the corner. Respectable. They're all about the same once you stand next to a windmill spot. Whatever is more visually easier. I guess technically a little bit more back right would be nice. Then you have even less to look at. I see it, I see it. I see the vision. start doing the control clicking here. I don't know which I prefer. I kind of like clicking like here, but yeah, like you can't really misclick with control click. Especially if you're doing like a no shadow setup. This probably is really nice for like flicking and stuff. You're doing clicking. It's a 4-tick weapon. You guys excited for the League's reveals tomorrow? Meh. Maybe not a League's player. You need Dragon Darts to one-shot the boulder? Not always. Depends on your setup. You can use like lower tier darts if you have Rigor and you have some range levels, I guess. Not sure about Masori pieces. Masori top probably gives you a max hit, I'm guessing. I don't even care, I'm just gonna tank this one. But yeah. It's convoluted. I would probably just use D-darts SMH. That is facts. Unless you're liking the levels, then unlucky. Liking the fletching levels. 10 dry. Well, I guess that includes like 2 400s. Purple disc raid for sure. I don't believe it. I'll believe it. In case you're using blowpipe spec, you could also 2-shot the first boulder. That shit is far. What? Oh, I didn't drop. I'm at 300 invo and I'm planning on adding Insanity. Do you have any skip tips for skull skipping? You just stand on the row and then you spam click the skulls. Just make sure you're spam clicking a skull that's not all the way away from you. If you're wanting to skull skip. Oh, nice little bonus. Don't have to kill that one. As soon as I made that click, I knew I made a mistake. Why do some people kill all but one skulls when skipping? Because the damage dealt from the explosion scales on how many is left alive. So if you leave only one alive, you take less damage. It doesn't one-shot you. So if you leave one skull alive and you get exploded on, it does like 70 instead of, you know, 100 or whatever it takes to one-shot you. Why hit any if you're gonna skull skip? It's like they assume, or they don't assume, they think there's a possibility they'll mess up. Yeah, it's a safety measure. It's not really something they do thinking they'll fail. It's just in case they fail or something, you know? In case they somehow mess up the skull skip, then they don't die. It's the way they think of it. Billy, the KC is in the video description, video title. It's like 1100 something. I forgot to stall a tick. If I forgot to stall a tick, I think right after the shadow do the red X. Thought it was more points. Well, skull skip is a little bit more points at the cost of the raid being a little bit slower. Because the points you get from killing the skulls and the damage getting dealt to Warden for some reason does not count toward your contribution. It's kind of dumb. Jagex should honestly make it so that it does count, but they have not. I don't know why I default run her to the wall here. That's a slow Baba. Oh yeah, I hit a 1 Bone Dagger. Makes sense. Bro, I looked at my Zilly log and let me see. I'm 99 percentile to hit held on ACB. Unlucky. Got a freebie. Yo, how's it going, Bossman? Anything today? Not yet. We've only completed... What the hell did I just do? Did I click the wrong one? I wasn't paying attention. No, we've just gotten the one raid done so far. Nothing yet. Hopefully something soon would be nice. Can't be too greedy though. Got a shadow a couple days ago, you know? Temper the expectations. But I can have another one. I actually can't spend the money fast enough. It's kind of crazy. If I hit a 50, I'll hit an egg. I regret hitting the egg. It was a waste of time. Back-to-back 35 dry now? Ew. 3x rate, sounds like. Unlucky, dude. Hopefully it'll pick up at some point. Never settle for 400s? No, it's never settle for 350s. Isn't your white potion? Do you just need it for P4? Nah, but I know what you meant, Bossman. Don't worry. And once you get enough practice, surely we take those dehydros, right? A lot of people don't see it that way though, because they just want to get the shadow and get out. I only hit a 20 on the boulder with Dragon Dart 99 range. Are you using Rigor? It doesn't sound like you're using Rigor, bro. Sounds like you're not using anything at all. It's very important. Activate that Preya. Do you need to? Yeah, it's max hits, bro. It's a lot of max hits. You still might not, but it'll definitely help. Are you wearing Anguish and Assembler as well? Bro, let me try this again. Yeah, you need to use Rigor. If you're hitting like 23, 24, you're probably gonna need to wear Anguish and Assembler, because those give range strength. And if you still don't, then that's where the regular range spot comes in hot. There's a lot of ways you can get like extra range damage. So pretty much any build in the game with Rigor can one-shot the boulders. Can you miss a tick with the pickaxe spec? Yeah. You gotta have 99 mining though to boost you over to over 100. I do it anyway because even if I miss no ticks, it usually saves me a hit, which is like 3 seconds. It's actually a little bit better than the Warden Seercull spec, surprisingly. Yeah, if you have 99 mining, you can save a whole 3 seconds. It's kind of nice, actually. I don't mind it. I'll take a free 3 seconds. It does suck if you miss this DPS check on the first shadow, though, and you like got hit by an orb. If you get hit by an orb and you get DPS checked, it sucks pretty bad. But you can actually live that with redemption, so it's... We got a Mr. Worldwide for this one. That was not so ideal. I should have dragged him a little bit faster. Skip DPS check always. I'm too lazy to skip. I'm too scared of him changing. I'd rather tank the damage. I don't think that procs. That probably procs. I sent your no Fang 400s to my Iron friend and he still thinks it's impossible. Look, some people cannot be changed. It is what it is. Some people cannot be changed. You're a professional Akkha dragger? I can't do it. I can only drag him when I'm doing butterfly. I refuse to let their dogs do DPS check damage me. You know what the problem is with DPS checks in RuneScape? They work in other games because you actually consistently deal damage. There's no such thing as freaking hitting a 0, you know? In every other MMO, you hit a... Like, if my max hit is 80, 84, right? And my average damage is going to be 42. 99% of other MMOs, you're just hitting 42, 42, 42. You're never hitting 84 and zeros. Which is why DPS checks in RuneScape always feel bad. This game just naturally has damage variance built into it. He said, Velzen's taking the opt-out. That's the double trouble trick right there, in case you guys wanted to replay that. See how I click that tile and then click where I... like the symbol? Works every time. Don't run double trouble. Gotta run double trouble. Ow. It was impossible to dodge. I'm gonna say it. What? Please. Only with Shadow, true. Yeah, the more you think about the HP, the tankier he gets. It's literally proven in the game. Game just has an eye tracker built in. Vardorvis is the only NPC with the opposite mechanic. No, especially with Vardorvis, actually. Sorry. Oh my, 2 25s in a row? Velzen, you have to join the long-range Seercull placebo gang. Long-range Seercull is statistically proven to hit better. This is the second 25 in a row. Statistically proven by my last 2 raids. It does also let you hit earlier. Because, you know, the fun fact about the Seercull spec, even if you have it on rapid, it does a 5-tick spec. So you might as well use it on long range. But you have to make sure to switch back on rapid because it screws over your Tbow. They share the same styles. Okay, it's on long range. All right, good. Let's make sure your Tbow doesn't go on long range later. Better not be lying. It's statistically proven. Well, that's not a solve. I just realized I've upset stomach. That was kind of climactic. You know, he screamed right as the music ended. Somebody's gonna make a RuneLight plugin for that, I swear. Hey, Magus Vistage. I think he's an Iron Man, so I gotta say GZ. If he's not an Iron Man, I'm taking back my GZ. He's an Iron Man. Oof. Try running through the waves, just like straight up running. That's spooky business, man. That's like a disaster and a half waiting to happen. Oh, let me not troll my shadow projectile time. I should get a little closer. Get this shit off of me! I'm too lazy to flick this. I don't need to. Does anyone else drink a 1 dose of their own potions? Just for the fact that you don't want to have a 1 dose in your inventory? That's the real home is. You're an absolute psychopath if you leave a 1 dose in your inventory. I've emptied at least 5 potions in my PVM career, trying to get rid of a 1 dose, like just decanting stuff. Because sometimes I'll click a 3 dose, or like, you know, turn something to a 3 dose, have a 1 dose. I have to decant it. If I don't decant it, it's doomed. Not before not empty exit. No, I gotta leave it there as punishment. I need something to remind me of my habits. Remind me that I can still be punished for my bad habits. It's like me not turning off, like chaos. One day, I don't know when, but one day I'm gonna accidentally click chaos and it's doomed for me. Gotta pay attention to the skulls. Couldn't find the mute fast enough to mute that. My bad. Thank you, Taylor. Probably get this. I'm sure it'll be fine, just leaving a cough unchecked for several months. 254k master clues for Greenlog. Ew. Who's in rank 1 right now? I think his name starts with an M, right? The collection log. Best of luck to him. Marnie, yeah. Best of luck to Marnie. I think it's actually like 30 years of game time or something. Assuming they don't add more. They're just gonna add more. It's gonna be more third age items. Yo, GM, how's the stream going? Pretty good. We are on raid number 3. No purples yet on the first 2. Yeah, Marnie's pet guides are really good. Although some of them are like, holy moly. Like having like 5 alts or something for Daggett Kings. I forgot what it's always some psycho stuff. I guess that's what it takes. I used to be a pet hunter, and then I gave up. Do you think the alt is actually worth it at Duke? Yeah, 100%. I assumed that it would take longer to leave than it would to just do the next kill, but I guess that makes sense. This is no tick loss. Should Shadow always be on long range? It's not about tick loss, Mork. It's more about DPS loss going from long range to accurate. There's like none. There's no DPS loss going from long range to like rapid, or I guess in this case it's just two accurates. So you might as well just use long range for, you know, convenience at Zebak. As a bonus, it's also really easy to kind of like use a defense XP if you use split XP drops. When it comes to judging like Akkha procs, you know, like exactly when you proc, 10 tile feels really nice. That is true. But if you for some reason have a Shadow and Ars 99 magic, you should use the other one because it gives only magic XP. If you're one of the rare people with Shadow and not 99 magic, then go ahead and do that. I wonder if there's some Akkha transitions that could be possible by using accurate. Wait, can you staircase with accurate? Can you do staircase skips with accurate? Obviously you wouldn't staircase because you just run middle, but maybe in like teams, can you use accurate to like squeeze in ticks? It could be tech. DPS difference between 90 magic and 99. For Shadow, it's very big. For the other staves, it's decent, but like it's whatever. It's pretty. Levels tend to be very big DPS differences, other than like attack. Like strength, range, and magic. It's a pretty big deal to have good levels in those. Yeah, staircase, Akkha, skip. I mean, obviously it's troll and solo, but like, I wonder if he can sneak in some hits. Can't stop moving. So the idea was that you would use the weapon drag from accurate in order to move, to do a movement. Kind of like how when you Wooks walk, you know, you drag in. So I wonder if there's some tech to be found there. Only applicable for teams, but... Are you wearing Ultor ring? Yeah, Ultor ring and Magus ring. For DPS loss from Misori chaps? There actually is no DPS loss from Misori chaps. Fun fact. Losing the Torva legs doesn't actually make me lose any max hits on Fang. Or min hits. Yeah, it's a very weird threshold. You would think force strength surely is like a DPS loss, right? But it's actually not. No max or min hits to be gained / lost. You do lose a salted Fang max hit, but that's Syscom phase. It doesn't really matter that much. And losing the mace max hit for me doesn't matter because it takes the same amount of hits to down the core. Alright, fuck that. I'm not chasing that trickster demon. Darn you, foul trickster demon. I lost a tick. It's Jover. Ah, what am I doing, dude? By the way, really like the ToA 400 guide you made. You make it look easy. Yeah, that's the idea. You want to make it look easy so that people actually can keep their hopes and dreams. If I'm sweating my brains out, flicking with like 3 less restores, people aren't gonna like the video. No DDS for core. I have overly draining on, so I cannot DDS. I'll only be able to get like 1 off. But yeah, you can still 3 down. Carry you for 500 kit? No. Absolutely not. Get it yourself. You must feel the accomplishment to get yourself. I should have let him hit me once. I'm trolling. Ah! You didn't see that. Chin Chonker tech? Insane. For Baba and not for medic, I don't do medic in these raids. But I do swarm. It's for swarming. I am in Narnia to get down. Doing a 520, that's why I'm asking. No problem, man. I get a lot of questions even from other high invo raiders all the time. For the 5-1 method, do you control click Baba? Yeah. You shift click under and then control click. Although you could also click just behind him. No anguish? Nah. You could bring it though. There's an alternative setup you can do. You can bank Seercull, bring anguish and Z-Vams, and then you have a 6-way range that's pretty strong for Zebak. I don't personally like it just because if you drop to 124 range, it's weaker. And I like being able to drop my magic level on the Mage Zebak build, but completely up to you. Doesn't matter. The anguish doesn't make too much of a difference for P2. You could definitely feel the diminishing returns on like getting more range gear for P2. It's not really much faster doing a 4-way versus like a 6-way. You might feel a difference going from like a 4-way to like an 8-way, obviously, but I don't think you're realistically gonna feel much of a difference going from a 4 to like a 6. I'd like to kill Major at Kephri. Saving on run energy? Look at this build though, or the setup. Run energy is not an issue, because with Rancor, we just chill here. And then we sun later anyway. I would normally Bone Dagger Kephri here, but it doesn't work. So. This Rancor setup I always sun. I switched Tormented Braces for Death Runes. I was too lazy to uncharge. I respect it. Uncharging is a lot of work. I'll kill one egg. DPS is good. Uncharging Trident is so annoying, yeah. Oh, don't proc. I gotta be careful. Have I tried to use Arania boots? They're just worse than Prims, though. They're good if you're doing like range setups, though. But they're not really good for shadow setups, because you just want to do Prims into Eternals, and then Arania is kind of useless for you. Max FCMs, Inferno speeds, yeah, pretty much. It's definitely good for those, though. The Cure, Prims, and Eternals is much better, because Eternals give you max it in ToA. I think they do in CMs, actually, too, but We actually use range a lot more in TMs and stuff. Only after tightrope. Oh, that makes sense. So here, I don't even worry about my run energy. When I get below roughly about 8 HP, I'll just Sun, which recharges all the run energy anyway. This inventory definitely has the easiest raid completion to effort. Dehydration is on, yeah. I'll flick the last pick because I don't really want to use an extra prayer. Death charge? Yeah. Oh, in this room? No, it's not for this room. It's for the Akkha. So I DP spec because I'm over 99 mining. This lets me save one hit at the Obelisk. And then death charge at Akkha. Yo, how's it going? No ID. GM to you as well. Another sesh we locked in, yeah. Double trouble and keep back, yeah. Doing 400s, no double trouble. You think that's the next step for 420? There's probably some better stuff you can turn on going from 400 to 420, but if you have a shadow, it's coming up pretty soon. Yeah. Can you make a guide one day on running over? Well, you don't want to do staircase. Staircase is terrible for solos because you can't hit the shadows. But here's what you do. So look, how do I get to the middle? You click the attack tiles and then you click the quadrant. Done. Works every time. Staircase is okay for teams because only one person can run middle realistically. Oh, it's 1 HP. It's a little bit troll. So look, pay close attention to how it gets in the middle. It works from the outer ones too. It works from the outer attack tiles too. It doesn't need to be the center ones. -8 seconds. No, don't count. So look, if I end up here, that works the same way. Boom. But it also works from running here to here. If you grid your Akkha, I'm not raiding with you. Shit, man. Let them have their rainbow tile markers, bruh. You don't like your room looking like a disco? There's a lot of... Yeah, instead of doing Hisokas, I just recommend you learn the rules of Double Trouble really well. Because then you can make whatever movements you want whenever you want. So a lot of people will tell you, like, let's say, move in 2s, right, for Double Trouble? But you can move in 1s. You just need to know when it's allowed. And the only time you can't move in 1s is if you move in 1s in the same direction repeatedly. So for example, I could do 1, and then a 2, and then a 1, and then a 2. It's fine. It's just, if I keep moving it once over and over, it's not fine. In solos, you always want to be running middle because it lets you hit the shadows when they're up. And even in teams, at least one person should be middle. Because, you know, at least one person should be hitting shadows. No one saw it. I just sun poked him, but I hit, so it counted. Yeah, at the end of the day, at least one person should know how to run middle. Ooh, small circle. actually wrote like a giant ass essay because I got curious how much the time loss between staircase solo and running mid solo was. I think it was like 22 seconds in a 540. Not learning to run mid. Last week I was staircasing. Not anymore, hell yeah. Dude, get this shit off of me, bro. Wait, why am I flicking? I'm chilling. I got 2.5 restores. I'm gonna lean back. It's gonna be a level 2 Zebak anyway. It might take a while. 2 Seercull Zebak. I mean, on the lucky Akkha's, technically staircase probably won't save you anytime, but you can't play for just luck. Anyway, it's fine. We're chilling. I'm sure you can make time even if you staircase in a 540. Maybe not a 545 though. Every time save matters for the 545s. Again. Bloods. This one's easy though. The math for like checking how much time you lose in staircase, as a side note, is really complicated, surprisingly. I thought it'd be easy to calculate. It is not easy to calculate that shit. Once you learn the tricks for getting to middle, it's pretty easy though. You might get like, get hit a few times with the orbs, but it's not too bad. Especially if you pray redemption while you're running mid. That'll usually save you from the fire and black quadrants. Because usually you don't die to the explosion itself, you die to the burn damage from those quadrants. So having redemption helps a lot in staying alive from those. Highly recommend. I've been putting it on every single time just in case. It's not real beef, Osman. Nothing. It is nothing. It's a steak. That not being able to count today at Akkha, dude, it's rough. I always get hit with the level 4 Akkha, like at least 1 in like 20 raids where I just forget. Streamer luck pillar. I don't think it's happening, but you're only at 50%. Wait, maybe? Nope, it's doomed. Oh yeah, I never fixed that white noise. I should probably fix that at some point. Been lazy. Only takes like 10 seconds on Audacity too. It is most definitely not an undead grass ankle. Could be skulls next. I'll save up. You know, Helm Takeoff probably adds like 1 minimum hit to my setup, but I'm kind of too lazy to do it. I think Helm is like -5 ranged. Torva Helm. $445 invos. What's drop rate on purples? 1 in 9, roughly. Roughly 1 in 9. G. 11%-ish. A little bit better than 1 in 9, but pretty much 1 in 9. It's pretty good, yeah. Especially if you're like a Bofa setup, 445s are actually pretty chill. Once you get experienced with Dehydro. The ToA calc doesn't count for skull skipping if you do plan on doing it. Why I kill skulls? I only kill... If you're asking about the very first phase why I killed some, I only wanted the HP. Stabbing them with sun gives you some HP. But otherwise, I don't really kill them. I usually skip. Assuming I'm gonna make time because of it. I think I lost some ticks typing in that GZ. Worth it though. Oops. Missed that prayer entirely. What am I doing? This is a great loot calculator. Yeah, the ToA calculator is pretty good. Oh my god. My brain is like 2 seconds behind where it should be. Velzen also has a good spreadsheet for it if you want to try it out. For calculators. Loot calculator. Any looks in Shadow Chaps? We got one more Chaps. Well, it was Chaps, Shadow Chaps. So nothing since then. Never lucky, man. Alright, I think I'm gonna do one last raid and call it there. Once I get like a shadow. Ah, lost a tick. 2 ticks. Oh, I hate Venom Baboons, dude. Oh my god, that was actually a 1 tick. Thought it would take 2 ticks to get up to him. Kinda trolled that monkey room pretty bad, actually. Oh well. A 1 Bone Dagger. Stop there, criminal scum. That's kind of nice. I was actually able to kill both. There is a chance he kills me, and that's a chance I'm willing to take. And he is taking that chance and killed me. How dare he? I can't believe he's done this to me. I didn't want to use that much prayer. I could have used more prayer to get out of it. Sit respectively. True. But like, if you learned 5 to 1, you gotta you do that, right? You gotta do that. Actually, I had a chance. What I could have done was redemption and double divine combat it, but I had like the dumbest reason for not doing it, which was I didn't want to use like that much prayer. That's okay. I'm gonna call it there. Pretty good session. We got like 4 raids done. It was pretty chill. Have a good night, guys.